Hello everyone, welcome to College Dunya. Today we have Arnav Kalra with us, who has secured 99.8 percentile in CAT. Let us know his preparation journey and his insight. So, hi Arnav, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. So, being from an engineering background, what made you decide to go from very technical background to a management career?
There's a story behind it. Uh, in 2024, during the summers, I was interning at Wipro Enterprises, and one of my supervisors was actually the plant head over there, and he had a management degree after his engineering, and he was also a chemical engineer like me. So, like, the kind of role that he was in, that and the kind of way he used to portray his role, it was very evident those tactics that he had learned during management school, and he sort of motivated me to go for a management role rather than stick to the core jobs in engineering. So that's why I thought obviously I had the option of getting some work ex before going for CAT, but I thought that I had a good profile, so being a fresher, it won't really matter to me that much if I have like a good CAT score. If I can prepare for like 4-5 months, I could get in as a fresher.
So, in how much time, and how many months did you prepare for CAT?
It was about so I started in July, so it was about 4.5 months.
4.5 months. Okay.
I had started parallelly working towards like giving some sectional mocks, etc.
Okay. So, as you know, that the CAT is considered being a very difficult management exam. Why is that? Why do you think that it is considered the toughest exam in the management field?
I think like of all the reasons, firstly, it's very competitive. There's about 2 lakh people, and like anyone who wants to switch jobs or like switch from one type of role to another will go for an MBA exam, and it's very competitive getting into IIMs. You have like people from like various backgrounds, and everyone's smart in their own sense. And the way the exam is structured, it's also it's a time game. So like you have 40 minutes per section. You can't if you're good with quants or DILI, you can't give it more time. You can't take time from the other section and give it to that section. You have to have 40 minutes. You need to be good in all those sections to score well. And since it's competitive, you need to score well in each of the sections. So, and like the sections are also varied in terms of like the qualities that they test. So quant is very different from the VRC sections. So you need to have an all-round performance for that. Even the interviews that happen after the exam, they're like very rigorous. They're mostly stress interviews. So you need to have like an all-round performance, which includes your CAT scores, includes your profiles, includes your interview scores. So that's why it's very rigorous the way it's structured.
Okay, so according to you, what it actually aims to test in a candidate's ability?
So it's mostly initially I was also like of the opinion that it shouldn't be this varied, the kind of tests they do, but I think that's important in a manager. You need to have that analytic rigor, as well as you need to have that understanding of what is the hidden meaning behind what people say. So that is something you get from VRC sections. So VR sections tough because it's very hard to interpret what's been written there, and quant sections are rigorous on the quantitative skills, but you need both the skills to be a good manager. And also interviews, like there's a reason why for UG colleges you don't have for at least for engineering you don't have interviews, but for getting an MBA you need scores as well as interviews, because that is an all-round personality that they're looking for. You need to be able to communicate well, you need to have that bit of exceptional intellect skills as well, so they need an all-round performance from you.
Okay.
So they're looking for such.
Okay, so as we are talking about the sections, so help me understand what was your preparation strategy, like sectional preparation strategy in 4.5 months.
Right. So for me, quants was the easiest one because I have an engineering background. For me, VRC was like the toughest initially, and this is one mistake that I made, and I would urge the candidates to not do this. You should have equal focus on all sections regardless of your background. If there's a particular section you're not good at, try to give it more focus. I did not give more focus to VRC. That's why I ended up scoring very low in VRC. But luckily for me, the year that I gave the exam, VRC section was a bit average, and like quant section was very easy, so I was able to score well in quant. So that covered up. but that could not happen that would may or may not happen in your case, right? So I think it's important to give sectional mocks initially and then move towards full length mocks. So sectional mocks, the advantage would be like you'll be able to get feedback right there. So if you give a DILR mock, you get the feedback right there for DILR. It's not like you give 3 and then you get feedback for each section. So initially you should give sectional mocks, but give equal weightage to all sections. Like for me, I feel like I should have given VRC more weightage because I was a bit scared of that section as well. But that is not the right way to go about it, right? You can't ignore one section. Yeah. So I think for me, VRC is the toughest.
Okay. So did you go for coaching or online studies, or did you focus on self-study?
So it was mostly self-study, but I did take a couple of test series. And I had reading material from some of my friends. I had these WhatsApp groups where we used to share reading material amongst each other. And for me, it was less about taking lectures and all. It was more about the tests. Again, I would put more emphasis on giving tests, definitely, at least in the last few days. Keep it light for the last, let's say, 4-5 days. But before that, give a lot of mocks. And more than just giving mocks, it's more about like the amount of time you spend on giving mocks. You should put equal amount of time in also like rechecking your mistakes and like making sure that okay. So for example, in Quant there was a certain section on remainders. So like those questions I used to get wrong again and again. So I went back and I read that theory. I don't have to go through all the theory because I have some background. So I can give like mock tests for that for Quant. And whichever section I'm finding hardest, whichever type of questions I'm like regularly making mistakes in, I can go back and read that theory so that I don't make such mistakes again. But like for other sections, let's say for DILR, you may want to go for theory because there are like different type of questions there, and it's also about like knowing what sort of questions suit best for you. So for example, for me, games and tournaments was a harder thing to crack. So I would prioritize other type of questions for DILR rather than games and tournaments. So that sort of understanding of your strengths comes from giving more and more sections and full length mocks.
Okay, so while preparing for VRC, I would say specifically, what was your take? Like, how did you prepare? What did you focus on more, like reading, and what kind of articles were you reading?
Right. So I think for VRC, like this is one mistake that I made. That I started preparing for it very late. I think I should have started as soon as possible, and it starts with obviously you need to be able to read things quickly, and rather than just going through the text, it's important for you to understand like what's been written. And since it's an online exam, you can't underline stuff. So what I used to do is every paragraph I used to write the important words so that as soon as I read the question, I can correlate. Okay, so this word I read in this paragraph, so I don't have to search for it again. But it's important to like read articles. So like I used to read newspaper articles and all. They used to be newspaper online newspapers sent to me in those WhatsApp groups I talked about. So it's important to like read them and try to comprehend them. Like try to put it in your own words after you read it, so that you see like okay, so this is the amount of time I'm taking to read. This means I can attempt these many questions in VRC, and accordingly you can like manage your time.
Okay. So approximately how many mock tests have you given, sectional and full length?
Oh, okay. So sectionals, I've given more sectionals. I would have given about like per section I would have given at least 20-25, and full length mocks would be at least 20 again. Yeah.
Okay. So as you know that only 20 days are left for the CAT. So what are your suggestions? What will be your advice to the upcoming, the candidates who are about to give the CAT 2025 and the candidates who will give the CAT 2026 in the next year?
So I think in general, apart from like just focusing on, I think these days are where you try to focus on like what sort of mistakes you've done. Try to analyze more. If you've given a lot of mocks, so try to analyze them more. Try to see where you're making mistakes again and again, and this is the time where like you sort of enhance your scores from what you're getting consistently in your mocks. So like something that will create a difference for you in the end. So you try to focus on the mistakes you've done for like let's say like for the next 2-3 weeks, keep on giving those sectionals and those mocks. And like the idea is that this is just an exam. It is similar to like the mocks that you give, and that will only help you like be aware of the kind of environment you will be in when you're giving the exam. So you don't feel that exam pressure, that nervousness that comes from the exam, because apparently, obviously on the exam day you will feel some sort of a stress, but it helps to be in that environment. And last few days you should keep it light, at least light on the theory, and just try to review what you've done and what you've remembered from like what sort of learnings you've taken from the mocks.
Okay. Okay. So have you like thought of giving any other entrance exam for the management, like ZAT or just CAT?
I had only aimed for CAT because I wanted to get into at least like the top science. If I hadn't gotten this time, I would have given the next year. But yeah, luckily.
Okay. 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 Thank you for your insights. Or is there anything else like you would like to share with us and for the candidates?
Just keep on working hard, I guess, the way you've been. Just know your strengths well. It's just an exam. I know it's easy to say. I wasn't feeling that way when I was doing my exam, but just like college life, just get motivated by the fact that you have a chance at a PG college life, because it gives you another chance to do things that you weren't doing in your UG days. So you can join clubs, committees, and like have all sort of fun.
Yeah.
So that's one sort of way you can get motivated by it. But yeah, all the best to all the candidates. Hope to see some of you here.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.